Next week on Coronation Street, Betsy Swain, Sidney Martin, will finally get some good news, a much-needed reprieve after the turmoil she's endured since arriving in Weatherfield. Betsy, who is still a teen, has found herself caught in a whirlwind of trouble that put her in way over her head, including her complicated involvement with the manipulative Joel Deering, Callum Lill. However, in a surprising twist of fortune, she'll get her job back at Underworld, thanks to Carla Connor, Alison King. Betsy's storyline began with her arrival on the cobbles, where she quickly proved to be very different from her no-nonsense mother, DS Lisa Swain, Vicky Myers. The trouble began when Betsy fell under the influence of Joel, a manipulative creep who took advantage of her naivety. Desperate to please Joel, Betsy unwittingly became embroiled in a sinister plot, helping him obtain labor-inducing drugs by making a shady phone call to a medical company. Things took a dark turn when Joel and Lauren's, Kate Fitton, son Frankie became gravely ill, and Betsy realized just how dangerous the situation had become. Fearing the consequences, Betsy eventually broke down and confessed everything to her mother, DS Swain, who had been kept in the dark about her daughter's increasingly concerning behavior. This confession, while lifting a weight off her shoulders, left Betsy shaken and fearful of the potential legal trouble she might face. Her mother's disappointment in her choices weighed heavily on her, but the pressure didn't end there. In an effort to move on from her mistakes, Betsy landed a job at Underworld, the factory run by Carla Connor. But even in her new role, things took a turn for the worse. During a tense moment, Betsy let slip some crucial and sensitive information to an important client, revealing that Carla had been in court for an assault charge. Carla, still reeling from her own difficulties, lashed out at both Betsy and Sarah, Tina O'Brien, venting her frustrations after a tough day in court. However, in a surprising change of heart, Carla soon softens toward Betsy. By the end of the week, in a gesture of kindness, she buys Betsy a coffee and confirms that she can return to her job at the factory. This decision brings relief and happiness to Betsy, who is eager for a second chance to prove herself. Her sense of redemption is palpable as she finally feels like she's back on track. This act of generosity from Carla isn't just about giving Betsy another shot at her job. It reflects Carla's own growth and the bond she has developed with Betsy's mother, DS Lisa Swain. Over the past few weeks, viewers have seen a friendship bloom between Carla and Lisa. Both women are navigating their own challenges, but they've become a source of support for one another. Carla, who has long struggled with isolation, finally has someone she can lean on. In turn, she provides Lisa with a shoulder to cry on, especially as Lisa grapples with the emotional toll of her daughter's actions. Alison King, who portrays Carla, recently discussed the budding friendship between the two women, shedding light on Carla's complex feelings toward Lisa. "I think Carla's still in shock, and she's very much in the moment. There is a real friendship growing between them," King shared, "and the fact that she's come around to check on her really means something to Carla." She explained how Carla's compassion for Betsy is partially driven by her deepening connection with Lisa. "I think because she's taken Betsy on, there's kind of a kindred spirit forming," King added. This bond, however, isn't without its complexities. Lisa's constant presence in Carla's life, often through her daughter Betsy, is starting to blur the lines between friendship and something more. Carla's uncharacteristic vulnerability around Lisa is something viewers haven't seen in a long time, especially since she has been without a close female friend for so long. "It's been a long time since Carla has had a female friend," King noted, "somebody who's actually leaning on her, but is also a powerhouse in her own right." As Carla and Lisa's relationship continues to evolve, it's clear that the connection between them will play a significant role in upcoming storylines. Whether this confusing friendship grows into something deeper or simply remains a strong bond between two women in need of support, it's clear that Betsy's return to the factory marks a turning point not just for her, but for all the characters involved. For now, Betsy can enjoy the fact that she's back at work, with her future looking a little brighter after all the darkness she's faced. As she navigates her second chance, fans can expect more drama and growth for both her and the people around her in Weatherfield.